You finally lost the weight. Congrats on your weight loss, bro. But don't regain it, please. After losing weight, too many people regain it. But how to not regain it? That's what I'm going to talk about in this video. Now honestly man, what most people do is just do a diet, lose a bunch of weight, and then get back to their shit eating habits. They get back to bulking straight away, or just eating way too much, or just eating crap, or the combination of like all of these.
Put the banana down.
Dude, I just murdered this banana.
I kind of understand this obviously, because when you've gone through several months of dieting, you're like, Jesus man, I just want some real good food. But don't celebrate yet. What do you think is going to happen if one day you ate like 2,500 calories and the other day you're just stuffing your face with fucking cake? You'll get fat. But why? Why does this even happen? It happens because your metabolism slows down when you're cutting. This is because your body is kind of idiotic and it thinks that you're starving, and therefore it thinks that, oh, if now I'm going to burn less calories, then it doesn't matter if I'm only getting in less calories, I'm still not going to starve. This is also exactly why at the beginning of your diet you can eat more than at the end of it, because like when I start a diet I usually start like 2,800 calories, and at the end of the diet I'm like 2,600 calories usually. Your metabolism constantly adapts to what you're doing, and if you start eating more it will go up. If you start eating less it will go down, and since you've been eating less for a couple of months now, it's down the fucking drain. Since your metabolism is down right now, if you start eating your normal bulking calories, you just get fat very quickly. And believe me, I've done this before, and you can gain weight pretty fast. And also there's probably a big percentage of people that think, oh yeah, I'm gaining muscle right now, but you're not, okay? Like the first few pounds is going to be just water, and if you don't do a reverse diet, fat, just a lot of fat, okay? Even if you don't do a reverse diet, eventually your metabolism is going to go back to the point where it is usually when you're bulking, but by the time you already got kind of fat, and that's when you start like gaining muscle really. And you can also see this with a lot of people that dirty bulk, like they gain 20 pounds in 2 months and then gain another 20 in the next 10 months. Like what's the point? You could have just gained 20 pounds in 10 months and then a couple of other pounds in the other 2. Like there's absolutely no point in doing this one. So we have established that you want your metabolism to go back again because you don't want to gain back the weight. But how do you do that? So diet is finally over, you're happy as fuck, but now you have to reverse diet. Now what's a reverse diet? A reverse diet is basically slowly reintroducing calories after a cut. Reverse dieting is not that difficult, you just add 200 to 300 calories maybe every single week until you get to the point where you eat as much food as you eat when you're bulking. I mentioned 200 to 300 calories per week. This is the range that I usually use, but I want to try 400 calories per week as well, because a faster reverse diet is better if you still don't gain weight. Obviously you want to transition from a cut to a bulk as fast as possible, but if you're gaining weight and fat while reverse dieting, there's no point in doing it at all. How much you're going to add per week is going to be based on personal preference, how much calories you have to go up to, and also how much you eat in general. Obviously if you have to go from like 2,000 to 2,600, 200 calories per week is going to be probably the best option. But for me personally, usually I go up from like 2,600 calories when I finish my cut to around 4,200 calories, which is a lot. It's a lot of distance to travel as well, because it takes a lot of time to add all these calories, and also I eat a lot even when I'm cutting. So that's why I can get away with 300 per week. But again, next time I want to try 400 to see how it's going to go. So to find out how much you should add per week, just experiment. Now, okay, you should increase calories, but which macronutrient? Carbs. Since your protein intake should roughly stay the same all year round, you won't need to increase that. So the next best thing you can increase is carbs. While doing your reverse diet, you should meticulously track your body weight. I can't stress this enough. Measure your body weight. If you started gaining weight during your reverse diet, you've either reached a point where you're already in a bulk, or you just added too much all at once. Also, usually more so at the end of your reverse diet, you're probably going to gain a couple of pounds. This is going to be water, because your glycogen stores are now filled up again, so you're storing more water in your body. However, this will probably not be more than like 4 to 6 pounds. So this is what it usually looks like for me. I usually finish my diet at around 2,600 calories, and after that I will add like 300. After 1 week we're at 2900 calories. After 2 weeks we're at 3200 calories. After 3 weeks 3500 calories, 3800 calories, and now 4100 calories, and this is usually where I will start my bulk. Usually I need like 4100, 4200 calories to bulk. So it takes me like 5 weeks to do this. That's why I want to try 400 calories a week, because it takes a shit ton of time and I want to get to bulking as quick as possible. But obviously if I'm going to gain weight with 400 calories per week, I'm not going to do that again, okay? This is like an experiment, and you should also experiment with how fast you can do things without sacrificing your progress. But wouldn't it be better to just leave all this fluff and go just straight into a bulk? After all, like, I'm going to do a diet after my bulk either way, so I can just do like 2-3 weeks longer of a diet maybe. Let's say I'm not going to reverse diet, I'm just going to jump straight into a bulk and gain a couple of pounds. And now I can bulk like 4 weeks earlier. The problem is now I started my bulk, but I can't bulk as long as if I would have done a reverse diet, because I'm a bit more fat. Also, I saved 4 weeks of not gaining muscle, but I have to diet for longer to lose this weight at the end. Maybe let's add 3 weeks extra of dieting. You still want a week though, didn't you? No, because dieting is worse than reverse dieting. So let's say you have like 4 weeks and you can bulk no matter what. In these 4 weeks you can do a reverse diet and basically be on maintenance all the time. Or in these 4 weeks you can diet. Which would you rather do? Obviously not dieting. Dieting just sucks, okay? It feels bad. It's bad for your body, it's bad for your hormones, it's bad for your gains. When you're dieting, you're kind of in a catabolic state, but when you're at maintenance, you're like just nothing happening really. But that's still better than catabolic. And also again, if you're leaner when you start your bulk, you can bulk for longer. So with skipping reverse dieting, essentially you just wasted a bit of your time, and also it was tougher on your mental. Okay bro, like I get all of this, but what should my training look like while reverse dieting? I would say maintenance volume. That just makes the most sense for me honestly, because you're maintaining, you're not bulking, you're not cutting, you're not really like doing anything, you're just reverse dieting. I guess you could and probably should ramp your volume up slowly, because every week you're getting more food so you can recover from more volume as well. But I don't think there's really much point in trying to like train for PRs and all that shit while reverse dieting. Also it is said that you should do like 1 month of maintenance training like twice every single year, because this resensitizes you to volume. And so doing this while reverse dieting makes a lot of sense, okay? This is important because of fatigue management, and yeah, you're probably fatigued as fuck because you've been cutting for months. It's also nice to do maintenance volume for a while, because you will have more time for other things. And if you want to have more free time, watch this video where I explain how to double your free time in just a week.